All right, very happy to have this rare grab of a beer. I'm in Pennsylvania, yet I have Three Floyds Dreadnaught IPA. Big thanks to my brother-in-law for picking it up and handing it off to me. As a matter of fact, yeah, you can't get Three Floyds beer in Pennsylvania. You really can't get it much of anywhere, I guess, on the East Coast. So this is a rarity, and Three Floyds is a really big time craft brewery out in Munster, Indiana. We'll talk about that for a little bit. It was founded back in 1996 by Nick and Simon Floyd, their brothers, and also their father, Mike Floyd. It was founded actually in Hammond, Indiana, which I believe is a suburb of Chicago. 8-year round beers. So they have 8 year-round beers and a number of seasonals as well. So it's been around for a while, Three Floyds, and I think they are probably most notable for what's called Dark Lord, which is an imperial stout that they brew each and every year with just really rare ingredients. And they have something called Dark Lord Day, where people from all over the place, craft beer enthusiasts from everywhere you can imagine, converge on Munster, Indiana. And they actually have made it you have to buy a ticket, a free ticket, but you have to buy a ticket to this event because there's been unruliness in the past. So there's kind of a limit of the number of people that can go out to Munster, Indiana and get a chance to buy bottles of Dark Lord, which is, I suppose, a great beer. A lot of to do about that beer. I mean, it's really almost impossible to get a bottle of it. Unless you have a ticket to this event. And there's a lot of conflicting opinions on the beer. There's people that say it's great. There's people that say it's doesn't live up to the hype. But until they actually mass produce this, which I don't see why they would do, it's just kind of, for me, going to be kind of something in lore and just something that I'm not going to go out of my way to buy because, there's so many beers out there that I just want to get the beers that are accessible to the public. So, I mean, this is just something that if you really, really want it, you have to wait, get in line, get a ticket, be sure you're one of the lucky people, I should say, that gets to go to Munster, Indiana for Dark Lord Day. So, there you have it. The beer that we're reviewing is not Dark Lord, obviously. It's Three Floyds Dreadnaught IPA. It's a double IPA coming into us at 9.5%. And it's labeled as an intense citrus hop aroma beer with huge malt body and crisp finish. Hophead's Dream Beer, mango, peach, and citrus hop aromas with malt backbone. So I'm looking for an East Coast stout. I mean, this gets a very high rating. It's a 98 on Beer Advocate, which is unbelievably outstanding. It gets a 100 on Rate Beer, one of the highest rated double IPAs out there. When you're talking about the genres of IPAs and double IPAs, as I mentioned in past reviews, you're talking about genres, especially with the IPAs, genres that have so many examples of the style. You are not a craft brewer unless you have an IPA. And more often than not, you're not a craft brewer unless you have an IPA that's a decent IPA. So for an IPA or double IPA to be so highly rated is saying something. And I believe this one is so storied that it warrants this high rating. I've never had it before. I've never had any Three Floyds. This is actually the first time I'm ever going to open a Three Floyds bottle of beer. So kind of just a maiden voyage for me. This is one of the white whales of breweries. I understand a little bit Russian River and why they don't cater to much of the country. Russian River is a storied brewery as far as their excuse me, as far as their Pliny the Elder and Pliny the Younger goes. With the other stuff, you can kind of get in select places in Pennsylvania. However, with Three Floyds, you can't get anything. Three Floyds, there's New Glarus is another brewing company that's highly rated that you can't get in PA. So I'm very happy to have gotten my hands on this. Again, thanks to my brother-in-law. So what do we got here? We have a very interesting label, as you can see. Very hippie-like, 60s, 70s maybe. More 60s than 70s. It's got a picture of a guy who I guess is one of the Floyds with a stein of beer, and he's got 2 nights aside from it. It looks like it's the Taj Mahal. You can see that. Looks like it's the Taj Mahal right above him. So there you have it. So let us pour this into this tulip glass, and we will see how Dreadnaught IPA pours. And as we pour it, we see a very dark orange color, not unlike Dogfish Head 90. This is one of those dark East Coast looking pours. About 2 fingers of head. Good looking beer. Very, very deep body to this beer. Very copper, amber, maybe dark amber kind of color to it. Decent. I like the look of it. It really has a good dark body look to this beer. So let's get the aroma now of Three Floyds Dreadnaught IPA. Oh man, yeah, I'm getting that mango right on the tongue. I'm getting totally grapefruit, citrus, and I'm getting pine. You know what? I'm getting West Coast. I'm getting West Coast from the aroma here. I was kind of thinking by the description that I was going to get a dank East Coaster. I'm getting West Coast. And I can kind of see by the aroma, I haven't tasted it yet, I can kind of see by the aroma why it would be rated high. And there is a little bit of a blurb here. Let me read this. By the way, it's got a map, I guess, of the brewery, but like it's a very confined map. Like it's not like a, oh, hey, this is how close we're to Chicago. It's like, this is basically, oh, here we go. Here, yeah, I stand corrected. To Chicago that way. So it's right off of, looks like I-80 and Route 94. I-80, it's a big highway. So if you're ever going to Chicago on I-80, check it out. It says, a hophead's dream beer, this Imperial India Pale Ale, has an opening salvo of mango, peach, and citrus hop aromas that sit atop a pronounced caramel backbone, malt backbone, I should say. Although Dreadnaught is a strong and intensely hoppy ale, its complex flavor is both smooth and memorable. So that is Dreadnaught Ale. But I'm getting a pine scent from it. No pine mention. If I was a double IPA brewer, I would totally go pine. Totally go pine, because your West Coast, maybe personally, is my favorite. But anyway, taste. Very, oh my God. The pine is prevalent here. Wow. And the grapefruit taste is not that dank either. This is a dangerous beer in that you do not know that it is so high in ABV. And it's so light. But it's definitely an American double IPA. You can taste the pine, you can taste the citrus, somewhat of the malt, but my God, it isn't dank. It isn't like biting in the backbone. Oh my God, this is a great beer. I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. It's one of those beers that it has a West Coast flavor to it. A great West Coast flavor to it, too. Pretty much a perfect representation of the style. Being one of the most saturated styles of beer that there can be, or maybe aside from maybe just the regular IPA. Knocked it out of the park. Like, I want to try more stuff from Three Floyds. And I really want to try Dark Lord, but, probably not going to happen. But anyway, I love Dreadnaught. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Just basically perfect in all aspects. Just what you want out of a double IPA maybe giving the Bell's Hop Slam maybe a run for its money, and maybe even Pliny the Elder. I think Pliny the Elder still has a little bit of a upper hand on this, but still great beer. Thanks.